It's Week 7 of the National Football League, and the focus is on Rashad Penny. He should be a busy man out of the backfield. It's the Eagles and the Dolphins under the lights on Sunday night.
Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Rodgers on the return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first-half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go, but if he can keep going to the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
A look at the numbers from Penny last week. 14 carries, 106 yards.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. And here, Charles, is a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey, and he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it, he saw the numbers we saw, he watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. In motion left is Wilson. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. From the gun, it's Tua. This is caught. And the Dolphins are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Mostert will score. Touchdown, Miami. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come and have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. And able to get this out to the 25. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
Brings up second and 5.
They'll look to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Man open left side is Brown. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. From the 43, here's second and a yard.
At the 43-yard line.
A handoff to Penny. Fights through it. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. The Eagles sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Now an option play on second down. That one will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Here's second and 7.
Brings up second and 7.
Now back to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The kick by Elliott is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 3rd down and 7. Now Tua. And he bats it away and falls down incomplete.
This is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out and giving the ball back to their offense.
On the return, it's Rodgers. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
On 1st down, Hurts. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. Down to about the 45. The numbers for him from a week ago. 18 carries, 84 yards.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with his numbers, but he certainly had a quality day and produced when called upon.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd down and 6. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Dolphins.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 7. And the Dolphin 1st down.
And Wilson in motion left. Now he's going to get it on the jet sweep. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 20-yard line.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. Takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD. Charles, he was looking for just a short throw. Kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick 6.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And it's through, and that makes the lead at 10-7. Heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Hassan Reddick in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
On second down, a run by Achane. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a fourth down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on first and second down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on fourth down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on first and second down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at their 38. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny, and he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up. But you look at this defense. They're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the #1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
They go play action with Hurts. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
That's an early scramble to be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play with one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll leave him with a third and just a yard. Penny up the middle. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that deep.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. Here's a give to Penny, and this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up the first and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And they'll try the option on first and goal. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts, his 19th touchdown now of the season, as his guys are able to extend their lead. And maybe that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
Elliott good with a PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Tua. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
He's on the run behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to pass. Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Well, Fletcher Cox, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and another sack to his ledger there. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring into 3rd and long. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 4th down. On is Jake Bailey to send this one away. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. Rodgers on the return. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. So here are the Eagles to take over. They fell last week to the Jets, but they've got the lead right now as they start this drive. Now the 3rd-year man. Here's Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Hurts. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. 7 yards on the quick slant and a 1st down. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 7.
At their 49-yard line.
Inside handoff, Penny. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing is Hurts. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run. And obviously ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Hand off to Achane to begin the drive. Now the ball comes loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line.
So after that sequence, if we're watching both teams' defenses, didn't it feel like a revolving door? One's on, they think they're on for a while. The other has to come on, they think they're on for a while. Then they're off, here comes the other one. Just kept turning the ball over. They've got to cut that out.
And out now come the Eagles. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Rodgers to return it. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick slant here to Smith. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. Here now, 2nd and 4. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Hurts to throw. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 19. That's good for 28 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Rashad Penny, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite. But the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Elliott good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Devon Achane of the offense ready to go once again. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Miami.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at their 48-yard line.
Here's Tua. This one finds Wilson downfield. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. It's a big play there for Miami. 44 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill from 8 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Well, let's gaze our attention as the offense takes the field on Rashad Penny. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books. But it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
And he's made the most of it to this point. 87 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now they'll run it again with Penny. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
The man in motion is Brown. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one, it may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. They'll look to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. On 1st down, Hurts. Got his man. It's Gainwell. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Here's Aaron Sipos now. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Throw caught by Achane. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Number 10, Tyreek Hill. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
Tua, the final shot before half. They'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at the Superdome in New Orleans. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Derek Carr leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Next, we head up to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And things didn't go so well, as it was the visiting Raiders who come in and grab the victory. Jimmy Garoppolo, a very good performance as his guys run the record now to 5-2. And lastly, on Monday Night Football, our friend Alan Rhodes cannot wait for this one. It's the Niners and Vikings from Minnesota at 8:15 Eastern Time. We saw a strong first half from the veteran running back Rashad Penny. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Miami. And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the third quarter, and boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
Sanders on for the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. And no doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he gets it up past the 35. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get it.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Hooked by Julian Love. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
After the turnover, it's Tua. That's going to be caught downfield by Hill. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Eagles' 16-yard line.
Tua going to throw. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7. And 3rd and 1 now. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run for it with Achane. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll send Brown in motion right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll check this one down to Gainwell. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Here's Hill on the return. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. Miami set to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Off of play action. Tagovailoa. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. Achane gets it from the gun. And he's got the first down. Yardage before being taken down at midfield. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
And the Dolphin first down.
On 1st down, back to Achane. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. From the gun, a run with Mostert. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Well, let's gaze our attention as the offense takes the field on Rashad Penny. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's come together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing is Hurts. A quick throw, but incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty... Hurts fumbles it. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the 3rd quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
Now a toss right side. HN with it. And now the rookie's free. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 57 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Now the good thing for you, partner, is you're not as old as I am, okay? So,
it's true.
So back when the dinosaurs roamed the earth, the right side of an offensive line was almost always your power side. Your bigger, stronger, physical guys. But on this play, they tossed it right and looked like it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, but that's not the case so much anymore, you're saying, with the bigger guys? And
not necessarily.
You find the best guys, plug them in on your O-line.
Right. As a general rule now, you're a lot more balanced on your offensive line.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and they will take a 7-point lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
At the 30-yard line.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Again, that's Watkins. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second down and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 25-yard line.
Hurts going to keep it running right. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Holding. Offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Hurts to throw. And this one complete to Smith. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Back to throw again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 20-yard line. 11 yards for number 11.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They go play action with Hurts. And he finds Penny. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. And it's caught. Touchdown. Josh Wiley with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. If you've been waiting all day for Sunday night, it's been worth the wait. All tied here in the 4th as the kick is away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So now here come the Dolphins. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. The drive starts with a run from Achane. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Again, it's Achane. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 67 yards rushing for him down to this point. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
This is 2nd and 8. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Looking to pass. Tua. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. They begin with a run by Penny, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Hang on now, we're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A handoff to Penny. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Back to throw here. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's got this down to the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And partner, the tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 35-yard line. Throw here taken in by Wiley, the tight end. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
They'll look to throw again. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Play action. Here's Hurts. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
You're not going to get many better opportunities than that to take the lead in the fourth quarter. He's got a man wide open. But, oh, my goodness, just too much air under the ball, and he knew it right away.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Now back to throw. That's caught by Penny. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain.
Elliott on for the field goal. A 22-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Dolphins offense returning to the field. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. On first down, Tagovailoa. They complete it to Hill. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. On play action, here's Tua. Finding Waddle crossing the field and bringing it in. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage.
The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Hassan Reddick, his 2nd sack of the night.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And here's Rodgers on the return. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10. Hurts. That is caught. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Whistles now in a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Eagles are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we're running here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Elliott good with a PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So Tua and the Dolphins down by 10. A minute 45 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Here's Tua. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Well, you don't have to beg the Philly faithful to make noise. On their feet for third down. That's caught by Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's first and 10. Throwing Tua. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Here's second and a yard. Now Tua. Inside the 10. Now first and goal. Tua. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down. Now Tua. He's got it. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. This crowd doing all they can. Here's third and goal. Tua. Throw left side, taken in by Hill.
Completed pass, brings up a fourth down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, you know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin, fourth quarter, you're going. And this is caught, so it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses,